7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to this live stream. This content is intended for viewers aged 21 and over. If you are under 21, please exit the stream now.
Friday. It's Friday, y'all. Shake it off. Step inside. Breathe easy. Growing grind in the house. Wipe your feet at the door. Keep it breezy. Step in the room. Hey, let the weekend start. Good groove, good beat. Bring your smile, bring your heart. We're growers in the building. Yeah, we rise, yeah, we shine. We put love in the soil. Now we harvest the vibe. Long week, long grind. Now we're breaking the spell. Let the stress fade out. Let the good vibes swell. We're here for the peace, for the laughs, for the crew. If you showed up tonight, this moment's for you.
Cheers and happy Friday, my friends. Rob, get in here. Say hi to everybody. He's here. He's here.
Hello.
He's not chained up. I promise. There's just not much room back here. Happy Friday, friends. I've missed you all so much. I know it's been a couple weeks, and I hope you stayed out of trouble while I was gone. We had actually a very, very busy few weeks. We had a big family thing over past weekend, the holiday weekend, and we had I don't know how many people camping here, people coming and going, and kids everywhere.
3 days.
Yeah, it was 3 days of chaos. So much prep and so much cleanup. You have no idea.
We still are.
We'll be recovering for the next couple weeks. I wanted to say hi to everybody first. If you guys don't mind if I take a second, because it has been a minute. I always see that John Lindsay is pumping up the chat like first thing early before everybody. And Saul Bunyan, I see you're in the house. Saul Bunyan, congratulations again on the DGC, and I can't wait to talk to you later about this giveaway. Awesome. I know, we just want to smoke your weed, Saul. I saw Sammy was in here. I don't know if Sammy's in here now, but I want to acknowledge before I forget. Sammy, if it's true it's your birthday, happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday.
I hope it's a great one. I really do. Tim Yak is in the house. Hi, Tim Yak. Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins. Hello. I see Chonky is here. Chonky, I hope you'll be able to drop the link today for the Seeds for Charity for tonight. And I hope to have a chance towards the end of the show to have you come up and talk about what's going on if you're free still. School of Crop, long time no see. It's great to have you here. And look, Chonky, he's asking about Seeds for Charity. Get that link in there. Christopher, what's up? And Singro, I believe it's growing along with us, and I can't wait to hear how he's doing. I know he's posting here on YouTube, so congratulations, Singro. Turu, long time. It is 7:10, and guess what? My little dab thing is on the charger because guess who wasn't ready for this live? Big surprise. Am I ever ready? Honestly. Donna, cheers, Donna. I'm really glad to see you in chat. I hope you're doing well, and I can't wait to actually hang out and have a smoke sesh with you soon. Crumblewig, what's happening? How is it growing? I wish you didn't have to work Friday night so we could hang out and smoke. Poopy Peanuts. I just love saying your name, and I'm going to say that every time I say it because it makes me happy. BN Bud Club, what's happening? Solar Island, hello there. How are you today? How is everybody doing today? And who's growing along, by the way, the Love Whip? Drop in chat if you are. Let me know if you're growing the Love Whip or if you plan on growing the Love Whip. Dr. Libby, what's happening? South Florida Surge is here. Stacy, hi, Stacy. Sorry, I didn't need to yell it, but hi, Stacy. I'm really happy to have you in chat. I've enjoyed seeing you around lately. I'm sorry that I'd disappeared for a few weeks. Mr. Crowley and all his adventures, thank you for taking the time from saving polar bears to come visit us and hang out for a bit. We appreciate you. Heather Rose, hello. How are you doing today? And Cece's here. Hello, Cece. We got I think I've got most of everybody home. I'm still going. Frankie's, what up, Frankie? See, I miss people. I wasn't done yet. Ogo Mikey. Hi, Ogo Mikey. It's really great to see you. Thanks so much, by the way, for your kind, encouraging words all the time. It really does make a difference. Like, you never know when someone in the community is feeling a little bit off and somebody makes a positive comment to you and you think, I got this. I can do this. And Ogo Mikey is one of those people. Gives me that confidence. Thank you. Default behavior. Hello. How are you today? And Kindway Farms, of course, is in the chat because she's backstage. And we're going to introduce her in just a second. And I hope you guys are looking forward to it because I'm looking forward to finding out all the secrets about the Love Whip as I am currently growing it myself. And, luckily I don't have any big dogs to go eat mine up. That's a whole nother story that we're going to talk about. Actually, I don't know the story. I got to listen to the details. John Ford, what's up? How are you doing? Farmer T, long time, my friend. I'm very, very happy to have you in the house. It's very good to see you. I hope your new job's going well and you're not overdoing it. Galaxy Solutions. Hello, Galaxy. How are you? All right, I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Curly Greenleaf. Hi, Curly. I hope your start of your grow is going okay. I know that you were going to drop some seeds too. Parker. What's up, Parker? Inu. Hello, Inu. Oh my gosh, you guys are just rolling in. It's so great to see you. I feel like it's been a while and I'm not going to keep up. So, Big Mac. I love your name. And I do love a good Big Mac. Just don't ever tell my doctor that because it's not on my diet. I'm just saying. It's the truth. Bearded Buds, hello. It was really nice to see your wife and hang out last night with her and Miss Amy over Miss Amy's channel. I hope Miss Amy shows up. I wanted to thank her, for what she's doing over on her show, having the ladies' night on Thursdays. I think it's no offense to the guys, but I feel like the guys have nights all the time and just chit-chatting with the ladies about everything cannabis, not just the growing, anyway, you're all there in the chat. I know. Okay, I think I'm pretty much caught up, and anybody else that comes in, I'll apologize now if I miss seeing you. And of course, my chat's going to act up like it did last week. There we go. So, all right. In the back, I have Jessie from Conway Farms. I got an opportunity to meet Jessie in person. We've talked several times, and when she came to me and talked about the Love Whip Grow Along, I just gave away a bunch of Love Whips. I was excited about it, and of course, I was gonna say yes, duh. So I'm growing it anyway, and I love to grow along with everybody. So, with that said, I'm gonna bring up Jessie, and I would like you guys to meet her. Let me see if I can stage. Okay, I have trouble with this part sometimes. I'm gonna switch around the camera real quick. Hi, Jessie.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm hitting some really good stuff here.
Good.
I'm a mess. And I do like to smoke on my show, and I usually regret it by like halfway through because I, sometimes. That's why now that the dab thing's not like charged, it's probably great because once I hit the dab, that's pretty much it for me. 540 Dre, what's up?
Let me see how this works over here.
So, Jessie, why did you decide to do the Love Whip Grow Along first? I want to know.
Okay, so I don't know. I think we talked last maybe June, and right at that time there was a Facebook grow off from the gentleman's name is Mike Everly, and he runs this Facebook group, Mike's Organic Grow, or Mike's Organic Grow Off. I'll have to tell you the exact name in a second. I'll look it up. But anyway, he had a lot of people growing our Love Whip. I sent out some seeds. Spread the love. That's sort of a big message right now. And I'm getting confused here. I'm looking at my laptop so that the comments are big enough, but my camera is on my phone. So I need some tips here. But anyway, at Mike's Organics Grow Off on his Facebook group, there were a lot of great submissions for our Love Whip strain. That's probably like our fan favorite strain. It's a purple punch to wedding wine. Wedding wine was one of our earliest regular seed crosses that we made and just really loved. But anyway, so that was like people were finishing up with that. There was a lot of great like successes in those grows, and I just think it's really fun. There are a lot of really great growers out there, and so to see
Oh, yeah.
how other people are doing, and they had wonderful weekly check-ins. And then you were sort of doing some updates to your channels and schedules.
Mhm.
And I thought I had sent some seeds your way to do whatever you wanted to with. We really love everything that you do on this channel, and it's such a good, like, I like the growers community. I think there's something special
Me
there. And
too.
so anyway, long story short, we decided that we would grow along and more just to share. I mean, lots of different ways to grow, and if it works for you, that's the right way to grow. But really just to share what one strain can do in two different environments. And sort of that's sort of our goal. That's sort of our goal on what we can share with our communities right now, and just see if there's any followers or any people who've grown whip and loved it, or follow along at any time and start growing love whip, and then we can be sort of a resource for you to see what
That's
to
what I'm looking for.
anticipate next. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm excited about that because I want all the tips and tricks and all that to do the best job that I can with them.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know anything about Kindway Farms, can you tell us about like where you're from and a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, so we're in Missouri, a small family business. We've had help from family from the beginning, which has been really nice. But it's my husband Matt and I. He does the genetics. We got our start doing med card certifications only. Matt's a family practice guy, and we're in a small, he's in a small rural practice, and I grew up in a small town, so that's sort of where our hearts are. But we live in Columbia, Missouri. That's where we met 25 years ago, or almost 26 years ago. And we just sort of do our thing, and we got our start doing med card certs, and I loved when we had, it was medical only, and we could touch base with patients every year. And then we'd be certifying like fields of farmers, and they were nervous about where to get plants or how to order seeds, and that's been 7 years ago. And so it's just sort of grown from there, and people have kept us around. So we got our start with certs, and then a year later, Matt's definitely the hardcore science behind the genetics and picking the phenos. I get to frolic in the garden and go talk and meet with people and do a lot of different shows. But it's fun being a team and sort of growing along together, as well. And we both are just, I'm like a sponge. I can't learn enough. And he's a great teacher, so it makes a good base for what we do in our little part.
Awesome. Awesome. I gotta say too, your association with the community there is really rock solid, and I think that's probably what makes you so well known too out there. Like I can't imagine people hanging around anywhere near your town and not knowing who you are if they're into cannabis. They just
Well,
don't know.
Columbia's pretty big, but we're very grateful that we have a lot of supporters. We're really thankful for that.
Yeah.
On the comments, I see Saul Bunny's on. Thank you and congratulations. That's a big deal. Win the DGC Cup. So congratulations, man. Nice work. I love it.
He needs to grow a love whip and challenge me. So no, I'm just kidding. I don't compete. But look at
Hey.
number two. Sorry.
And you're growing indoors.
Yes, I am. I have three.
Yeah.
I'm at day 22. I believe
Okay.
it is. I wrote it down on my calendar. And I really haven't done anything. I put them in these pots. I don't even know what these are. Maybe a 1 gallon, half gallon, or 1 gallon.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in Pro Mix with Athena, which is what I usually run.
Yeah.
And I've done nothing to them. And that was the thing. I have three of them. I have a little video too. It shows the other two. And then I was kind of gonna gauge what people thought. Like this one here, I think is my strongest. It has the biggest canopy. It's beautiful. They
Yeah.
probably need their light cranked up. They need me to do a little more. And I had been super, super busy. So I was just trying to maintain them staying alive at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
because when I get busy, sometimes I do have problems in the garden.
yeah.
And I know that happens to everybody, right?
Absolutely. So we started our seeds, I guess I started seeds on June 9th. And I did, if you want to go to our Instagram, kindway_farms, that's the account that I run. My husband is Kindway Farms. So if you want breeder direct questions and our answers to your questions, then definitely hit up Kindway Farms. And then I run the Kindway_farms. But I tried to like document or make a little video, even from when we started seeds. And for the Love Whip seeds, I believe I just did the paper towel method. We did a bunch right at the same time where we loaded the seeds into Root Riot cubes. That's my husband's preferred method. Mine is like the paper towel method. So everyone has little things that they like to do. And as long as you're having, our goal is to have a 100% germination rate, so ultimately that's the goal of everyone, I think. So if you have a method that works, then stick to it.
Chunky, chunky, chunky. I want to comment on Chunky's comment.
Oh yeah, our femdom cooters, he's growing outdoors in Vermont and she's killing it out there.
Yeah, I worry about him growing outdoors in Vermont when he tells me that. I'm like, I worry about in Ohio and I'm in a greenhouse. And that's a whole nother story. Let me just say, I'm really kind of glad I didn't put one of these out there for this grow because it's my first grow out there. I'm doing autos only because I'm trying to figure things out with it.
Yeah.
And we've had these heat waves and I'm trying to learn how to get proper ventilation so I don't get,
It's not, yeah, and it's not
jungle.
temperature related or
It's
regulated.
temperature and it's has an exhaust fan in it. I added an extra one. I have oscillating fan in there. It has 2 windows that open, and then it has a door that we have a screen on, and then it has 2 passive vents in the front. So there's plenty of air, like
circulation. Yeah.
honestly, that's what I'm working on. But when it was 105, 108 degrees in there for a couple of days, and then storms coming through, I was getting worried. I'm like, I've got 2 things over there in flower, and the last thing I want is bud rot.
Right. Well, I think, what I learned, we had a hoop house for a while in circulation. To me, it felt like, at least in Missouri, I'm in zone 6B. I felt like that those types of greenhouses were wonderful for the start and end of your season. And if you're keeping your plants small enough where you can, pop them in if there's a storm, or, in the fall when they're heavy flowering and they're staked up well, then it keeps the dew off of the top, which helps with like bud rot. But for me in 6B, it was just more of an extension to the grow season rather than something that I was able to keep my plants in like all year round with the plastic around it. And now we just have the frame, and if we got to tarp it up, we tarp it up.
Yeah, I really just thought it would like solve a lot of the things that I was afraid of, but there's still things that happen in a greenhouse grow. And like you said, and I am planning on dialing it in because I love the greenhouse and I plan on, like I said, using it off season. I'm going to have my chickens in it in the dead of winter. So I don't have to
go perfect
the property. Yeah. Like I have plans, guys. I've already planned this all out. Let's see how it works. But
that's awesome.
So I want to get the grow dialed in first and work on that this year. And then next year I want to do a little bit more, but I will have questions when it comes to photo periods. Just because just stuff lights around the yard and things that I'll worry about. But enough about that. Sorry about that. Whenever you have time, I would love to see one of your plants too.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not a professional yet, so my setup's sort of just a table and chair out here. But okay, so the plants were doing wonderful. If you go to the Instagram page, you'll see I was trying to do like one in tomato cages, just sort of monitor the growth every couple of days because they do grow really fast.
Sorry.
I like to start our outdoor seeds. Like if you're growing for yield, my method may not, be the best method for you. I sort of like to start my plants later on, and because I don't live in full sun, like I live in the shaded forest, and I have maybe 7 hours of full sun on a good day, and I'll get stretchers if I start really early. If I start too early, the plants have re-vegged, which they end up, working themselves out. But anyway, I saved time and some money on, nutrients for those extra few months by starting the seeds later. So the goal for me is to have my seedlings outside by summer solstice. That's like nature's light switch. And so when I started these seeds inside on June 9th, then I took everything outside and planted them outside on I think it was the 21st on summer solstice. And they've been doing great. If you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this plant here, my dogs were roughhousing. And this is just like a good example of things are going to go wrong. So with this plant here, the dogs had completely like knocked over. Matt found it like on the ground, roots exposed, and just holding on for dear life. But he put it back in the pot, watered it in, and then I came back around and I staked it up. And then the leaves that were looking ugly, I just pinched those off, and it's happy and praying and
It
looking
looks
good.
happy. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like it's dying.
Right, yeah. Now this one is the other Love Whip, and I have one more, but I was only going to feature two. But I was like, shoot, if this one doesn't come back, I'm trying to make sure that I. So
Oh,
what
I
I
see
did is
that.
I just had
Got a new
some like masking tape inside, and it was completely bent in half, but not snapped. And so I just came in and then I taped it to the stake, and now I could remove the tape and it's going to be just fine. She's looking healthy. She got a little, bruise and a hole in a few of the leaves, but I just took those off and she's looking great.
I think she's looking really good. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
after yesterday's little update that she was going to be here today.
I know. I was like, of course, that would be the only two plants that those dang dogs knock over. But of course,
Did you
that's
say what the parental lineage was of the love whip? The original love whip?
Yeah. So it is. These are feminized seeds, and then we also have the clones here in Missouri as well. But of our pheno that we've kept, but purple punch, and we cross that to our wedding wine, which is wedding cake times ghost wine, and ghost wine was purple punch times ghost train haze, and that is just one of our favorite strains from Rare Dankness. And so Matt had pheno hunted his favorite, and then we used that. We got Purple Punch our first year that we did med card certifications from my neighbor's parents in right in the middle of Missouri, central Missouri. So that's sort of pretty cool to, have that plant.
It's really cool. It's really cool. I did see there was another person in the chat that talked about that they were also growing the love whip. So it's nice to have other people growing along with us. And I know that there's even more.
Yeah.
I'm going to show my little, if you don't mind, I'm going to show real quick my little video before I forget.
Sure.
And then I'll accidentally take it off the stage. So, and it's, yeah.
Days old today. They just have a heavy feeding yesterday, and they are doing fabulous. All are happy and healthy. And number 2 back there is getting quite the canopy already. So, not sure where I'm headed next with these. Am I gonna top? Am I gonna train? What do you guys think?
I have options and I don't know what to do with my options because can I tell you, I normally don't grow very many of the same strain.
Yeah.
But then again, that's usually autos. I do some reg sometimes, so I will end up having like I had several in one group in the last grow. But at this phase, this is a feminized. I know that. I don't know what I want to do with her. I haven't even really taken the time. Like, I think I want to top one. I think I want
Do something different to each of them. Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know how to do any of this stuff. So
That's how you learn. Those are perfect plans to learn on,
yeah, nothing like learning with the community too. They
Hey,
can bust my chops when I get out of line.
right. Oh shoot. Yeah, no, the love whip grows, it's not a tall plant, which is nice. And it's easy to train. And the yield's decent on it. The pheno that we kept has like a wine and leather tannins type of taste to it. So it's just really delicious. And I know, thank you for sharing our Instagram page
You're
there.
good. Thanks,
Yeah,
sir.
but there, if you scroll down, then we had some professional pictures taken of Love Whip. If you go to our website, then under the Love Whip selection, then I try to post like pictures that other growers do as well, not just of our grow. And I think that's fun, just to sort of showcase what other people can do. One of the guys from Mike's Organics group that did the Love Whip grow off, his plant was like humongous. And so just fun, to see him hold that up, and it's just this big, giant, beautiful mass of plants. And they did scrogging, and that worked out really well. Um, it's hard for me to scrog a plant. I like to see how they look naturally, or topped, I think is my preference. But
Well, what
yield.
differences can you expect though from me growing this indoor versus you growing outdoor? Like, what's the differences I'm going to see week to
Yeah.
week? Like,
Well, so my plants are going to get much larger than what yours
oh,
will be indoors. Just because, one, we're using larger pots. We have like a stronger light source, and it will be like a little bit longer on the growing season. We typically harvest like mid-October, but if it's storming and raining or freezing, and we got to take them at the beginning of
yeah.
October, then you just got to do what you got. I mean, I think that your plants will be much prettier. The buds will have a lot nicer
I
structure.
love pretty buds, so I'm excited about that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so and it's going to be really like purpley and just a really pretty plant to grow.
Oh, good, because I love that. And purple is my favorite color for anybody that knows me.
Mine
Absolutely knows
too.
that. It's a power color. It's my power color.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what other people are growing like in the chat, because I know that you're in a nice climate for being able to be outdoors a little bit later than some of us. So if
Yeah.
anybody in the chat's growing along, drop a comment and let us know if you're growing indoors or outdoors with your love whip, because I'd really like to kind of get an idea. And then if you want to drop in how many days you are now, or if you haven't germinated yet, there's still time. I mean, this is one of those things. I was telling Jessie that I've been putting playlists together for a lot of my content and trying to categorize it, like things that go on, like my reed vegetant, which by the way didn't go so well. So, but it's in a playlist, so everything about the reed veg. So I started one for the Love Whip Grow Along. So any video, like the live streams and stuff like that, and then anything else we post additional, I'll put in that playlist so that people can just go to the playlist. They can pull up the video. They'll be, like in order of, I don't know how I'm going to order it. We'll see. We'll talk about that. So, but then if they're growing along a little later, since I'm at like day 22, and, some people are probably on day 2, but it's okay because we can learn from each other just the same. And that's what I'm excited about. I'm used to growing in the same timeline, which is never the same. I've hosted a lot of coordinated grow alongs. We never start the same day. Sometimes we don't start the same week. Sometimes there, shit happens, and everybody knows that. So shit happens with any grow. So, and I still managed to get through grows with a lot of people, and some of them are in the chat. So shout out to everybody that's grown along. Cheers.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
If you want to get started, you can go to our website, And thank you for sharing, Thurgood. And we extended the code. So as long as we're doing this grow along, you can put in the code GROW and get 50% off of Love Whip and help us spread the love, tell your friends, share the cuttings once you get them to a good stage. But then, whether we're, like Miss Mary said, if you're a little bit behind where we're at, then we're still just checking in every week to see how we're growing and a great accountability group.
Salt's been in one of my grows. I, you
Yeah.
know, I I tend to flake towards the end of the grow alongs because I always end up putting too much pressure on myself and have something too quickly in line, like because
Yeah.
I always want to keep my brain busy, and I always screw myself over. I still have one big project to do for this last one that I've done.
Hmm.
Chonky's asking about your keeper clones.
We gotcha.
Um, so you guys are already connected on Instagram, I
I
believe.
think so. Yeah.
Right?
The best way is probably Instagram, through Messenger. Just reach out if you're interested in that for sure.
Yeah. If I was on Facebook, I would probably be interested in going over and checking out that other person's grow that they
Yeah.
have everybody just to kind of get an idea because I like to know what I can expect in a grow. Like if some plants have issues. I've grown a few of
Right.
those plants. And I try
This
to tell people that I had issues so that they know if they grow up, they're gonna have issues. Maybe it won't
right.
have
Right. Yeah,
nothing
and I think
good.
this is a pretty easy plant to grow. I think if you're a new grower, and you're just into feminized seeds, it's one that's gonna want to keep you motivated because it's so pretty. It smells great.
Oh,
When you walk into your grow room or open that
you're
tin
gonna
up,
have
it's just like,
chat.
hey girl.
Oh,
Okay.
and I think I'm missing the happy outdoor. Oh,
Yeah.
no, nobody's promoting sales on YouTube actually. So definitely not. But we do promote people if they want to grow along to follow us along in that grow for certain. So because it's always fun to grow with other people when you decide to do it yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm heating up my Christmas e-rig and I have some of Chunky's no joke tester in here. Or not
Oh no.
tester. I say tester because I grew a no joke tester and I never got to do anything with it. So I'm gonna get to smoke his. It's like 710 and I'm not like familiar. I'm like, what's 710? I had to Google and it's like oil upside down. I'm like,
Mhm.
seriously, guys, is that what you came up with? But whatever, cheers. Who am I to judge? I probably got this censored.
Right? Yeah, there's lots of good concentrates. That's it. If you're not from Missouri, um, we have the Frost Bowl. Growing with Justin puts that on. It's a really great event. And you can also check out the Midwest Growers Symposium. That's put on by J-Town Funk and Cosmic Gardener. And J-Town is he just won an award in Germany, I think, and last year at Spanibus in Spain. And he's from St. Louis area, so it's just nice to see those hash heads really kicking ass and taking names in our area. It's really cool.
Well, the nice thing is about it, I was glad he sent it, is the taste. Like you can really
Yeah.
taste it so much better. And I do enjoy that, but I'm not used to it. So it's a
Uh-huh.
little on the lungs for me. Blazin, what's up? Oh, Blazin, did you grow the lead whip? I've got the smoke Blazins weed. I don't know if I've smoked his lead whip though. Well, I got to meet him in Colorado. And Jesse, you were actually when we stopped through Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
gave us samples to take on the rest of our journey, and we spread those throughout other states. Some
Yeah.
states I can't name, but we spread them throughout on our journey,
Good.
and spreading the love of whatever you're growing, because Kind Way does kind of run things the kind way, and I like that about you guys. So for sure. Does anybody have questions, by the way?
Oh,
I hear
good. It's yeah,
weather.
it's what 420 was actually in Mike's Organic. And
Oh,
yeah, they did do a really cool custom kind way grow bags. And yeah, we sent out some Love Whip beans. Very cool. Very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and I love that because I was reading the chat earlier too, and people talking about with the untrained astronaut, he had
Uh-huh.
given away seeds that you had gifted him to share with the
Yeah.
community. So
Yeah.
if you think about how what a reach that is, so
Uh-huh.
it's
And
amazing.
so I met Untrained Astronaut maybe like 5 or 6 years ago at one of the first Lake of the Ozark events. And just a really, really cool guy. Okay, are there any kindway strains that wash good? Okay, so yes, there are, but not that we do because we sort of stop at flower and genetics. And then I do my little fun stuff with infusions. But if you go to Tony Two Tokes, he has a great YouTube channel. He has a great Instagram account, but he grows a lot of our genetics. He washes them, makes the video, tells you what's green and how much and yields. And so I think it was Lucky Charmelade that was his best washer from last season. He's done Femdom, Cooter, just a lot of our strains. So go check him out. And I mean, he does really cool work. And plus, he's really fun to watch. It's just like watching, learning from your cousin is sort of how he's just explains everything really cool and chill, and he does a really nice job on his videos.
Awesome. That
Yeah,
is
the
awesome.
Yeah, the Cooter line and GMO line should wash really well. Matt's breeder pick from the GMO line, we call it Tenacious D, but it's Kim D GMO. And yeah, I love all of the Cooter strains are really fun to grow. The Super Skunk Pheno really the structure of the Super Skunk really pulls through, and so you're like harvesting baseball bats with that
You
line,
know
which
what?
is really neat.
I do have some. I do have some of my own that you gifted me that I haven't grown that have the skunk in them. There were some
Yeah,
samples that you gave me to grow.
yeah. No, it really good. Roasted Jeff with Whirlpool. Wash
Wash
this.
this. Oh
That's
my
good.
God, that's so clever. See, that's the one thing I'm not a good marketer. Maine, how are you, Maine? It's good to see you. Weed Wizard Maine is a really good grower. So
Oh,
he's actually helped me a lot become a better grower, and he makes me think before I do too much shit on my plants. So it's nice to surround yourself, you know. Oh, Maine's gonna start his love whip.
heck
Yay.
yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm excited about that. Maine, you'll
Now,
have to, he'll surpass me though. He'll surpass me. Maine, I'm look at the canopy, man. This is the good one. This is number two. They're all good. Number two is the best.
Catch up so fast.
I know he is. He's already behind me. He's a cocoa grower. He's already got it down. So,
cool.
and that'll be the other thing, the mediums that people are growing in.
Oh, yeah.
Living soil versus me. I grow in Pro Mix, which is I just consider it like air. So, it's not really. People like to refer to it as soil, which it's not. It's not even dirt. So, but there's cocoa growers, there's hydroponic growers, or I know next week on pH Calibration Corner, I'm going to have a guest up who's an aeroponic grower, just like in vegetables and stuff. And I'll be interested to get her take on a lot of this pH shit, because if anybody's going to deal with it, it'll be her.
Yeah.
I don't deal with it much. I really don't, but I deal with it. Now.
Yeah.
I used to. So, which being a soil grower and you're growing more naturally, you probably don't have to even bother with any of that, huh?
We filter our tap water for indoors and sort of add back to two things, and then outdoor just the rain and the spigot. So yeah, soil, we right now the soil that we're growing this love whip in, we sort of recycle our indoor soil. We found that we can sort of push it about three grow cycles with amending it, and then we just haul it out to our backyard garden. You reuse the pots even. So these pots we just took out last year's root, plopped the plant in, and then we added some black cow. You can get that pretty much, Orchlands, Walmart, any garden store. It's cow shit manure, and so we threw that on top, and then this year we're fermenting some like a plant extract, and just fermenting, essentially like dead plants, and using the water from that and adding it on. And then worm castings. If you want me to really geek out, I've got a little worm farm that's,
There you
going
go.
really strong. Worm castings are great for your soil. So we've used everything. I'd like to say we just have one grow style, but we're really sort of chasing what is the best bang for our buck when it comes to like time. Like I love to have rice hulls in our soil, so most bag soil doesn't have that. So if we get a load of soil, then we're mixing in our own amendments, and we're mixing in rice hulls. If it doesn't drain as well as what we want to, then we're adding a little perlite and rice hulls, and it's just like a constant building cycle. But you're going to if you're new to growing, you're going to have a great result getting, some bag soil from your local grow store that fits in your budget. If you can get the best that you can, it's going to do great. And if you're looking at the budget, like Roots Organics does pretty good. And if you know an old boy who has extra soil, or
Yeah.
you live on a farm, just
Friend.
get what you can get, and add to it with some manure and worm castings, and make your own.
I grow in Promix and I use Athena, but I still
Mhm.
use worm casting. I use
Yeah,
microbiome additional, like I still
it's
believe in the life of the roots. You know what I mean? Like taking care of
yeah,
the roots a little bit more. And that's something I've tried to focus on. So I get mad at myself when I struggle with some of my self-watering methods. So these
yeah,
ones I'm just top watering, and I don't know if I want to put them on self watering because I'm
and
not confident yet that I can do it right.
I mean, I think it's always you'll be confident once it's done. Like that's you have to do it to build your confidence. We hand water everything, indoor, outdoor. It's just observation. Matt's a science guy, so the scientific method from when you were in seventh grade is a great way to become a better grower. Observe the plant. Oh, it's droopy. Maybe it needs a little water. Oh, it's this, it's that. You can troubleshoot just by observing. Um,
Absolutely. Jessie, do you mind if I ask you? I know Chunky had a few questions about the clone thing, and he's also a host of Seats for Charity, which is a show
mhm,
that I'd like to promote here on
yeah.
Fridays on that day of the month.
Hmm.
And I'm also going to have Saul Bunyan come up as well because he's got a promotion he's
Cool.
working on. And I'd love it if you'd stay and hang out, and because I know they have a lot of questions. So I'm going to
Yeah.
put the link in here. If Saul and Chunky want to come up. Chunky, I know you did have, like I said, questions. Saul, I think I had sent you the link beforehand. He's doing something nice for the community, and I just wanted to give him a platform to share more about it, because anytime you're helping others grow,
Hmm.
whether it's with amendments or any kind of grow gear, anything,
Hmm.
shout out to you, because some people really rely on that. Like half the stuff I have from Rob winning it. Rob always had really good luck with this stuff. I had to tell him, stop entering. You're winning everything. But I wouldn't have anything if he didn't.
Right. Right. I think I will try to. It looks like I'm at 28% on my phone, so I will stay as long as I can.
No,
And then
that's
we have to, yeah, log back
and
on.
then
I think there was one question that I wanted to answer. Maybe Tim was asking about Cootermeister. That's a wonderful strain. I loved growing it, especially outdoors. It flowered into super frosty, and it was almost like a jade-like color. So it was just like it almost looked like a velvety, this beautiful flower. But it's Jaeger crossed a super skunk. And it reeks of licorice and skunk. So if you like that sort of spunk, and you like beautiful plants, then you're going to be pretty happy with that selection.
Jessie, I do have Saul backstage. I'm going to bring him up
Yeah,
because I'm very
absolutely.
anxious to hear. And guys, there's still grow gear I would like, so I might be like genuinely interested in this. Hi, Saul.
Hey, how's it going?
Congratulations. I don't want to make a big fuss. Everybody's already fussed over you.
Thank you.
I'm late to the
Hey,
game.
let's
Thank
do
you.
it. Good job.
I appreciate it. How's it going?
Going well. Going really well.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thanks
so much
for thanks for
popping on.
having me on. Yeah, thanks for
Sure.
having me.
What are you doing?
So yeah,
What's going on?
tomorrow night on Seed to Harvest podcast, I'm going to be giving away a gift card for the realgrowers.com, which is Grow Dots, Recharge, and the Real Buckets.
Cool.
I saw those real buckets. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah,
and
it's a pretty hefty amount too. So I feel like you could maybe get the full 4-bucket system. So you got to tune in to Seed
Very
to Harvest
cool.
tomorrow night at 5:30.
that's really
Central.
nice of you to do that. What prompted all this, if you don't mind me asking?
I really am kind of stuck in my ways on how I'm growing, so I didn't want to switch up to the buckets or the Grow Dots and Recharge.
Are you paying
So
it forward?
yeah, I won that
Dude,
when I won the DGC. So
that
I'm
is
just
so
gonna
cool.
I'm just
Awesome.
gonna give it away to the community. Hopefully, someone will find some value in it. And the guys from DGC and Real Growers are awesome guys. So, and they were cool
That is
with me
awesome.
doing a giveaway on it.
Cool.
I like that. I really do. I love it when the community gives back to the community because we can't.
Giving that away?
Oh, stop. Rob wants to know if somebody's giving away a can troll. Not yet, and I don't think anybody's
No,
giving that up when they get it. Sorry, Saul's keeping that one for
I
himself.
mean, I am gonna sell that thing too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want the canitrol. Like again, I'm stuck in my ways, hang drying plants. So
Well, good for you, and I don't blame you. That's one I couldn't get forward. That's something though. That is. So,
Yeah.
But congratulations again on that. I really think that's great. Do you mind if hang out for a minute? And I'm going to bring Chonky up, or I was going to bring Chonky up, and he disappeared on me. Okay, I'm not bringing Chonky up. So that's
he'll be
just my
back.
plan,
He'll be
sir.
back.
Yeah, he popped off. So that's okay. He wasn't dab ready, probably. How dare he? It's like 7:10. The only reason I have anything to dab on is because of him. So
He's probably been dabbing all day.
he might. Well, no, he's got a show tonight too.
Hey,
And
Mike.
that's the other thing to hear about. All right, let me add Chunky to the stage. Chunky.
Oh, cheers.
What up,
Cheers,
Joe?
Hey.
my friend.
Hey, Saul. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Mary. Nice to meet you in person, Jessie.
Hey.
Thank you for having me on, Mary. Wow, my head is huge. I'll sit back a little bit. It's a new camera boom, so this is the first time I'm using it. I didn't realize how focused I was. It's a good run for tonight. So thank you for having me in. I'm sorry if I was interrupting. I just got my sound done too.
No, that's what it's about. I mean, because normally this is what I do anyway. And Jessie, we'll do every week, we'll touch base with people and see how they're doing. If any of the growers want to come up and talk about their grows or have questions, and we'll make ourselves available and basically just talk garden stuff for a little bit each week, as long as Jessie's available, because she does have a life.
I have 3 kiddos, so I was like, I should be able to, but I know, I've got one doing drums, and there's a football season coming up, all mom stuff. It's good.
No, I appreciate your time, and I know the community does too.
Thank you.
Yes, it's and your plants are absolutely amazing. I can't get over not only how well she's growing, but the stalks are like half dollar size, and they're still rather young. They're huge.
Yeah.
I couldn't train them if I wanted to. I couldn't bend them over.
Good.
It's
Well, that's a fun, that entire line is just really fun to grow. So you're gonna have some good stuff, and you had femdom, right?
Yeah, I have femdom cooter. Unfortunately, I had a can accident where
Oh
I'm not sure if
yeah.
you're familiar with the can. It's a germination.
Yeah.
Germination. I had the can in my hand, and I had autos, I had photos, I had fems, and I dropped the can on the floor, completely full. And
Yeah.
I had so many things in there. There would be no way I could tell. I mean, there was almost 30 seeds and 8 different
Oh,
cultivars.
shit.
Unfortunately, there was just no way I could tell what was what.
You're like me.
Luckily, one of the femdom cooters stuck to the can, so I was able to save one.
Oh,
So that's the one I have out in the
they're
garden now, and
cute.
she's
They're
doing
cute.
magnificently.
Well, shoot. Well, you'll get a great yield, so always the
Yeah.
positive side.
Yeah, I'm big into skunks and big into GMO. That's why I was saying the cooter and the GMO lines.
Absolutely.
School crop knows.
They are
Kindly
GMO
farms.
live. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just seeing School Crops comment about the events that you guys put on, and it's you're just the whole vibe and hanging out with anything Kindly Farms is a part of is always a good
Thank
time.
you. We do, yeah, we do a Monday, like a medical and home growers sort of meet up Monday mornings. Again, I have kids, so I try to like keep my stuff like during like normal business hours. But we do like 9 to noon every Monday morning. It's just a bunch of home growers, medical patients, veterans get in for free. And yeah, Monday mornings at the local smoke shop in Ashland, Missouri, Mary Jane's. And then we do 2 events a year called the Common Ground Fair. And we just have like a kind way throwdown. Like if you're a home grower, you're growing our beans, you can enter in our grow competition. We just ask for like 3.5 grams, so an eighth, home growers, it's valuable stuff that we have here. And it's just a throwdown. Nothing gets officially tested. We have a group of smokers and people. We have about 30 entries and growing each time. It's gotten a little bit bigger, but we have a few hundred people come out and just highlight, the growers and makers in our area. So it's pretty fun. And we have really good guests. DGC came one year.
Yep.
That
I
was
think that was the year I went.
yeah, and we have a couple of great venues who let us set up for these big events. And so yeah, we've had DGC, we had Kevin Jodry, Matt Gates has come a couple times. We have a great professor at Truman State in Missouri. He's the botanist on Instagram, but he comes down and talks a lot about regenerative gardening and ag science and just like once you're so far in and you geek out enough that you're growing your own consistently, then you just want to get a little better. And so that's the goal is to share that common ground of being growers and all of that stuff.
Cool.
I would love to make one of your common ground fairs. I'd like to go
Yeah.
next spring if you're going to keep having them. I'm
Yeah.
shooting for all my vacations next year to go to different competitions and
Heck
different
yeah.
fairs. So
Heck yeah.
I was
Yeah, I might
That
drive down for that.
heck yeah. Um Heck yeah, my husband always makes fun of me whenever I say that. But we've been to some good ones. We went. My niece and sister and I went to the DGC Cup a few years ago, and that was really fun. It's a cool growers
like that.
environment. It's just
Yeah.
it's fun to see that there are other people who are doing what you do and liking what you do, and it's just really fun to hang out.
Helson School Crop. There
Oh,
you
thank
go.
you. Thank you. That's
Cheers.
really nice.
That's awesome, Crop.
Yeah, will you still continue the fairs after November?
I mean, I think so. Like in Missouri, we have the recreational program as well. And so, unless they're like, no, you can't, you need to shut this down. I think that, what we do again, like it's not like we're trying to avoid a trapper's market type of thing. We really do want to promote like the home growers and makers. And Missouri has a really great caregivers program where, you can max out your caregiver patient allotment at 72 plants. And, like I think from the medical side, having access to a grower who can grow strains that, it really help you, I think that's huge. And promoting the medical side, I think it has to be protected and being an example of rec is great. Do your thing. It's not a bad thing. Be a productive member of society. Medical, that's where I thrive. Like I love, I didn't know, I think 20 years ago, or 25, I guess I'm older now, whenever I was younger, I was arrested for drug paraphernalia, like big bong that was my roommates, and some papers, but that was enough to, get into enough trouble that, I didn't want to touch or do anything for years. But now I think it's important that now that we know better, we can do better, and really make it to where we're forming and helping people get a voice to these laws and regulations that are going to affect us all.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I would. For Seeds for Charity, we're not stopping unless we're forced, either
Yeah.
YouTube or government.
Yeah.
Jim and I have talked about it for months now, and we're on the same page. We'll do it until we're forced not to. So on that
Yeah.
note, Jessie, I would love to have you on. I'm booked until next year. Seeds for
Yeah,
Charity
that's
has
awesome.
been very fortunate with all of the donations and all of the guests who wanted to commit to us. But I
Yeah.
would love to have you on, and we could benefit your Monday. We could do something
Yeah.
for the veterans, and we could do something for Monday. So on that
Cool.
same note,
Yeah.
we are having Seeds for Charity tonight
Mhm.
at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be on the Jesus Plants. You can find. I would say look for Seeds for Charity on YouTube. I don't have it. I had it on the clipboard of my other computer. I don't have it here to pop it in the chat. But Seeds for Charity is going to be on both Jim YouTube, and we're going to be we're collaborating with 2B Blunt TV. So we'll be multicasting in two different channels along with Instagram. We're
Cool.
benefiting Operation Green Healing. For those who are not familiar,
Great group.
they help veterans grow medicine. They help them with providing medicine, providing different events for veterans to meet up, so they're not so they can heal together. So CJ is going to be on from Operation Green Healing. Terry is out of the country. I talked to him earlier today. He's going to try to make it. He's not sure what the service is going to be. But tonight we are celebrating 710 with a bunch of my favorite hash makers, at least. We've got Chubb's Garden coming on, 420 Things Mike, Growth Space Killa, and Chef Alex.
Cool.
Between these guys, they have over 50 awards for their hash in 4 different countries. So I'm super
That's
excited to
awesome.
celebrate
You guys
710.
are going to be so
Oh,
high,
that's
you're not
great.
going to be able to function to do an auction.
Yeah,
If you ever need my help, let me know.
it's all good. I'm a professional dabber. I think Saul is too. So I wanted to mention I'm a mason jar guy too.
Yeah, I was drinking some iced tea I just made.
It's exactly what that is. Iced tea,
Nice.
sun tea out of a
Cheers.
mason jar.
Mine's empty, but cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
I'm drinking like really watered down wine because I wanted to have some wine tonight, and it was warm, and it's like a Riesling. And anybody that knows anything about a sweet wine like that, you don't really want it hot. And it was like I had to put ice in it, so now it's water wine. And it's not
Water
even
wine.
like if it was water whiskey, it'd be good, but it's water wine.
Turn wine back to water.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm hydrating at the same time I'm dehydrating. So
Right.
Smart.
good.
And I'm gonna, speaking of getting high, I'm taking a dab now. This is gonna be some melted strawberries that I'm doing.
Cool.
Nice.
Cheers,
Since,
all.
since people are like making announcements around here, can I make an announcement?
Of
Should,
course.
should
Yeah,
I
it's
make
your
an
show.
announcement yet?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's your
For
show.
those of you who know me and know like how I feel about giving back to the community, know that I am concerned about. I know Tronky's like he's going to keep going, and I'm not saying that I'm going to keep going, but I'm saying it's already hard for me sometimes to do some of the stuff that I do. But when it becomes to Christmas next year, I don't want to deal with that. So Cannabis is coming early this year. Cannabis is
Oh,
coming in November before the laws change. I'm not waiting for them to postpone the laws.
yeah.
Because either way, it's a season of giving. November is just as good as December as far as I'm concerned. So
Yeah.
Cannabis is coming back. I do have a lot of work to do behind the scenes, and I'm going to start working on finding people who want to sponsor prizes for Cannabis. I don't know how it's going to roll out. I'm going to do it like I always do, except there's a big except and like a but, and I feel like a but. I'm not going to be able to do Canada this year.
Whoa.
I cannot commit to Canada, and it's too much of me to ask my friend Calgary, who helped co-host out there. He has a young family, he has a full-time job. It's a huge commitment. And so I didn't have anybody to step up on the Canada side to take it on all the way. So I'm going to forego it. And I'm not foregoing my Canadian friends because I love Canadian growers. I absolutely love them. So, but it's just a matter of being able to facilitate it properly. And I don't want to do half-ass shit. But Cannabis is coming to the United States. It's going to come early, and it's going to be rebranded a little. Saul, I don't know if I'm going to have you enter a contest again to try to make the new logo for the year. And
I'll
I
let
don't
someone
know what
else do it.
Saul was last year's logo. So, and it's just one of those things that I do want to continue to do any way I can. And eventually I love helping people grow in an organic general way, and seeds is like to me the most pure way of learning to grow. So School Crop, you're very welcome, because that's exactly why I do it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Mary. So I'll say it here in case you don't have to take the offer, but I'll have a bunch of keeper cuts ready to be cut and rooted right around time for Cannabis. So if you want to put some clones into your Cannabis,
That's something actually I need to get used to, the clones, because if things do ever go down that way, that was something I was going to look into, was clones. Pope Papa, my brother, what's up? How are you doing, Danny? That's my brother.
That's one thing that Jim and I were thinking. If we have to stop seeds, we'll just move over to clones and see how we can do with clones. Clones are a lot more logistically of a nightmare to do as an option, but we'll do what we have to do to make sure that we help the community.
Oh, it makes a big difference what you guys do, the money that you've raised and through donations. And it's like for some people, it's not too hard to donate. You know what I mean? Some people, it is hard to donate, but people still give, even when they don't always have stuff to give. Like, even if they're giving up their time, or they're sharing your stories, or they're leaving comments every fucking post you make, you know what I mean? That's what builds community, and that is support that keeps the whole thing going.
Yeah.
So cheers to everybody.
And we appreciate it. Yeah. I think everyone who's putting themselves out there, like, thank you for supporting us.
Absolutely. Oh my God, it's like a big love fest. I need to smoke more weed. Speaking of a love fest, I just had an idea, because we were just talking about giving. No, I can't hit that dab yet. Wait till it's fully charged. I'm saving it for Chonky's live later.
I'll do one with you, Mary.
Jessie,
Yes.
I don't have any more love whips left, but I would love to give away a love child.
Please.
So what I'm going to do, though, because it's getting towards the end of the live, I'm going to ask you guys after the live's over to go ahead and comment. Just drop a comment about anything about the show, preferably positive, like don't be a fucking dick. You know what I mean? And if you're in the United States, I will enter you, and I'm going to do a drawing with that. I don't know how long we'll leave it open, maybe like 24 hours or something. And then I don't care if it's just one person that comments. If you're in the United States, drop a comment afterwards. Oh, Germany's here. Germany. Oh my God, Germany. I just love my German followers. So I've been finding a lot of new people since I've been hanging out with Sebastian, and like our stuff's been getting crossed. And some of the content over there is pretty fucking badass, and I love that. And their weed is good. So yeah, drop a comment after the show, and then you're going to get entered to win this pack of Love Child. And it'll come with like growth bags and stuff, because growth bags rocks, and they give me all kinds of goodies to share with you guys. So.
And the Love Child is our Love Whip strain that we crossed to GMO. And that GMO is Skunk Master Flex's Cut. So just a great, really great strain. Hope you all like it.
Yeah, I think I see a GMO bundle on your website.
Yeah, so how Matt works is sort of by lines. Like we're breeders, but I think more like it's probably better to say that we're like preservationist, or we're preserving genetics. And so with plant counts and all of that stuff and our laws in Missouri, like we try to breed into lines. And so we have a whole GMO line. You'll see the skunk line. So yeah, check that out. Especially if you're a GMO fan and if you know about Skunk Master's Cut, it's super dope. So that's one that you want to, it's a good one to have in your garden.
I do
Sounds good.
love GMO. It's one of my favorites. That's
Yeah.
why I was saying I might want to hunt your line. I don't know why hunt the line if I could get the breeder keepers too. So
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's just there's enough variation when you hunt a line, and I think it's with intention. I mean, I think that a lot of people are just growing their own, and they can supply themselves and their friends, and then the next level is sort of like, oh, hunting for that, treasure, and then the next line is, oh, let me make my own treasure, and then so I think it's just like the natural progression of growing and hobbying and all of those things.
yeah, the fun thing for me is I can hunt inside and hunt outside. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of our outdoor, like I've told you all that we're not growing for yield in our outdoors. I just don't have the environment at home living in the woods to grow for yield. That's not our goal. Our goal is to really see how our genetics perform in our zone. And so, yeah, seeing those differences in each strain from a line is just so fascinating. And we can do pheno hunts for males, and it's just it's fun that you got to chop those before. Most of our breeding is done indoors, but occasionally we'll paint a branch just to preserve that and want to hunt later. But it's fun. It's fun stuff.
Put the link out there if anybody else wanted to come up and say hi, have a smoke, or have a question for Jessie while she's here, while she's still got battery life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pop out and pop back into chat. I want to say thank you very much for having me up. Again, Seeds for Charity is tonight. I will pop a link into the chat here in a few moments. 9 o'clock on both Jim Jesus Plants YouTube and on TV Blunt Live. So I hope to see everybody there. Jessie, I'll be in touch about having you guys on after the first of the year.
Sounds great.
Saul,
Later,
good to see you as always, my friend. Bye,
Likewise.
Mary. Thank you again.
You're welcome. I'll see you later on tonight. And I'll be in the chat.
I'm gonna drop off too, Mary, so you guys can wrap up your conversation about the Love Whip. But I want to thank both of you for having me on. Jessie, it was good to see you again.
And when you drop down in chat, because I'm not really that good of a host, I'm not good at this part of it. If you want to drop the link in the chat afterwards for the show tomorrow, link? Yeah, for the seed to harvest. Go ahead and drop that in the chat so everybody knows where to go tomorrow. And what was the time again? I forgot.
5:30 Central Time.
Central. Okay.
Yep.
So that's okay. 6:30 my time. All right. Sounds good.
Well,
Thank you so much, Saul.
Yep.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, happy 710.
Absolutely. There we
I
go.
tried it, Dad, and it's delicious. Most of the
Uh,
time, it's very delicious, but it's so
I don't
potent
know.
for me.
You can try. Rob's gonna see if it's. We had to plug it back in. I don't know how I didn't have this charged. I didn't even realize like we were gone into Cleveland early this morning. Like I didn't have time for that shit. I was like, I didn't think about charging it. I'm sorry. I just wasn't thinking. Now it's wanting me to just change. Don't change the temperature. Just turn on, you mother effer. Sorry, I'm not good at this stuff. Like I am. Maine knows. If he's still in chat, Weed Wizard, he knows. Maine, how do I want the temperature go back down. And these things are, that's probably why I don't do it as much. But the stuff tastes so good. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm sorry, I'm going to be behind. I'm going to be, 7:12, 7:13 by the time you guys see this shit. So wait for it to turn green. And then I'm going to cough myself. Thank you, Saul, for posting that. Guys, go ahead and check out that link. And it sounds like a really great giveaway. And thank you so much, Saul, for giving back to the community that way. Badass. Appreciate you.
Very cool. Yeah, recharge. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Sorry. He's giving away bucket systems and some recharge. What do you say? Some grow dots. I recharge. I'm a fan of. It's good stuff. I haven't tried the grow system.
Giving that away.
Saul, you're always welcome. What, Rob? Rob, what were you just asking me? I'm giving this away. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Love Whip rosin is wonderful. Thank you.
And did you say your zone again? I don't know if you did. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so I'm in Columbia, Missouri. That's zone 6B.
I wish I knew the zone. Someone told me once what my zone was. I don't think I remember, like 5 or 4, some shit. I don't know. It's Ohio, damn it. It's Ohio by Pennsylvania, by the lake. Yeah. So, but I'm excited about this.
It's a gift card to the Real Growers website. Very cool.
That's really cool.
Even better, you can select what you want.
Yeah, like I said, I was looking at those buckets. I'm like, but I really shouldn't because I don't seem to have success with the self-watering systems. Like I love them. My plants are so vigorous and beautiful and crazy, especially the autos. They go nuts and love them. But then I just get to a certain point where I now have problems. And I've tried adding like more perlite into the mix. So,
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for throwing that in here.
Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Levy's here. Dr. Levy, we're going to be a few more minutes. So I'm going to bring you up for a minute and you can say hi to Jessie and we'll see where you're at with your garden. Cheers, Dr. Levy.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Stage.
I just got some, I got broccoli down here and in this bed and tomatoes. This side has tomatoes in it. And this is all CBG. I put all these in pots. I'm running out of room in the ground. So I started to put some in pots because
great.
Yeah, their stems are blowing up on these.
Cool.
They're really taking off. And these, I didn't give nothing. The llama manure that I bought, I bought 6 bags of it. This is the manure I get. Here, I make a tea now.
Oh,
I put it in there with some rainwater. I got buckets, these big blue buckets for rainwater.
What a good system.
And I make that and I add my homemade CalMag to it. And
cool.
and so this is all CBG now. These plants here didn't get nothing. I used the same holes as last year. Last year they got llama manure. Now these from here, from here up, I gave them llama manure this year. And some I planted, I started with seeds, and some I just put, this was like the first one I put out when it was still cold to see if it would make it, just to see how it
Uh-huh.
handle it. And it's doing good. It takes the cold. I had this growing all the way until like December, I think, last year, some of them. But there's different types. Okay, there's already an auto. There's already one flower in already somewhere. A
Okay.
little, it's tiny and it's flowering already because some are auto,
Okay.
some is a skinny leaf, and some are fat leaf. And like this is a fat leaf here. Yeah, that's like a fat leaf. And then we have a skinnier leaf here. But there's two different types. There's a purple and a green. And then we have one that's a foxtail. That's a purple and green. And we have one that's an auto, purple and green. So there's all different
Cool.
ones in this CBG. I got them all along here. Yeah, it's all
Nice.
Dr. Levy, just a
Yep.
second. Um,
Brussels sprouts.
I'm actually not feeling very well at the moment, and I was going to go ahead and end the live if that's okay with you guys.
Okay, just let me go quick around, just real quick. Here, you see all that along the fence? This is all done. I added all this in this year.
Thank you, Dr. Levy.
I added all of this.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Libby. I appreciate that. Jessie, I'm sorry. I am going to call it a night. That dab was probably just a little bit too much for me. So I want
No
to say
problem.
thank you again for everything. And
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to see where everybody is next week. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay. Everybody have a great night. Cheers.
Yes, thank you.